night. Friday night. I should be out partying. You know, I'm not a party person anymore. I mean, I got to admit. I have to admit my life is not very revolved around parties anymore. But speaking of parties, though, I mean, I think it's time to party right now, though, because we have the Waterfall Tarot is actually here. And I printed a prototype of as many cards as I had, I think, 2 weeks ago. So there you go. Shivonia, hello. What is going on? I do need to bump the brightness a little bit on this camera. Pardon me while I get the brightness a little bit higher. I mean, it could be a little higher with no problem. There we go. That is a bit much. That's washed out. But sure, why not? Gloria B, what's going on? Falling Star, you may be first. 5-point star. We have stars all over. CM, hey, how you doing? CM, Crystal, I saw your paintings. I like them. I like them. Madeline, what's going on? By the way, we have the Waterfall Tarot is here. What do you think? That is the Sun. That is the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands. We got a lot of good cards here. We got Temperance. We got Temperance. We got the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, Queen. We got Judgment. Got the Judgment card and the King of Pentacles, which turned out much better than I thought that they were going to turn out. Itzy, what's going on? How are you doing? Sally, hello. And Bree, what is up? AB, how are you doing? Annie Law and Charm, welcome back, Charms. Good to see you again. I appreciate that. There you go. No, it's not coming in the mail quite yet. This is a prototype. I just printed the first 50 cards. The first 50 cards, I printed them up. And I think they look okay. I think we're going forward. Bartman and Jay, what's going on? Dallas, what is up? And Jocelyn. So there's your back for the cards, in case you wondered what it looks like in real life. And I mean, overall, I think it looks pretty tight. I think this is going to be the box cover. I think this is going to be the box cover right here, the Sun card. So we got the Sun card on the cover. I think I'm leaning that direction at the moment. Anyway, let me know what you think. I got a video posting right now, in fact. It should be there. So, Itzy wants to know, feelings my Leo friend towards me. Uh-oh. Are you turning that friend into a friend with benefits? Is that what's going on, Itzy? Is that what's going on? Is that what is up? Hello, Catherine. It is good to see you. All right. The feelings of my Leo friend towards me. Let's check it out. All right. IP. Towards me. Yeah, that is a lot of people's favorite. It is. It is. So I'm going to make that the box cover. I'm going to make it the box cover. All right. Speaking of the tarot, I did another card today. We got the 6. We got the 6. Okay. Let's check it out and go with the thought and find out about your Leo friend. Is your Leo friend, how's that going to go? You want little friends with benefits? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Little friends with benefits. Catherine, how are you doing? Infinity, welcome. What is going on? Okay. Let's see. This one hopped out, and that is a good one to hop out. It is. That's a good one to hop out. We have possibilities. We can sort of go either way. We could go either way. Let's see what their overall feelings are about. Overall feelings are about. All right, we need to refocus because this doesn't automatically focus because it is the cheapest camera in the history of mankind. Okay, cool. And this needs to. We have technical difficulties. There we go. The world says that you do have a lot of different possibilities. I think it can get complicated very quick. Jocelyn, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I think it can be complicated fairly quick. So if you want to leap in to the friends with benefits, if you want to give it a try, if you want to get into that Leo and growl like a lion, you may have to be the first one, the one that takes the first step type of thing. You may have to be the one that sort of initiates some things or warms it up or gets things going. Morton Family Tree, hello, what is going on? So yeah, the Emperor sort of leans into the fact that you're more in control. You're more in control about this situation if you want to get into that, if you want to go full steam with the friends with benefits or the deeper friend relationship or something like that. It will sort of shatter what you currently have. So, I mean, we have a lot of possibilities. The world says we have a lot of possibilities. There are different factors going here. There are a lot of different things we can get into, either the friends with benefits, or we could get into a full relationship, or we could do a lot of different things. It's not like you only have one pathway to go. There's only one path. There's multiple. There's variants. There's a lot of different things you can do. I think all of them would go pretty decent as far as the contextual, how we're going to sort of leap into that. You are going to be sort of the one that needs to instigate some things and needs to lead into the way that you want to go. Maybe it's because there's so many possibilities. It could be, but you are sort of working on threatening the overall relationship if you want to go this route. So if we want to convert it over, we want to do the friendship 2.0. Again, we are sort of sacrificing a little bit of what is happening with the whole structure that you have now. So if you don't mind that being disrupted, if you don't mind that having a tower moment and things going in that direction, it's going to be okay. But overall, I mean, if you want to move into that, I think it would work out well. I do think that they see a lot of possibilities within this. But, I mean, you're going to probably be the one that has to initiate that or leap into that or get that going, or at least take that first step, or at least a second step, or whatever you're going to take. Dog Cat, hello, what is going on? All right, positive outcome with loan modification. Let's see about that. Loan modification, what are they going to do with the loan? They're going to give you more loan, less loan? Are you, I assume it's more loan. Or why would you apply for less loan, right? Actually applied for less loan on my house one time, but yeah, there is that. There is that. So I was like, because they have a loan that you can take. They have a loan that you can take for getting the down payment, right? And it was pretty reasonable. It's like 3%. And I'm like, I could really take a lot out of this and just have like a nice thick loan and go with that stuff. But then I'm like, do I really want to? I mean, I really don't need, I just want to take enough so I can get I can get everything started. So that's sort of what I did. I was really tempted to take more. I mean, hey, you need some accessories for the new house, right? You need some accessories. Why not take a little more? But I don't know. Anyway, by the way, speaking of house, the Epic Lawn Guy came out. The Epic Lawn Guy returned today. So he was here again. Now, you remember, this was the person, the Virgo, that mowed my lawn the last time. He like bagged each individual sweep of the yard, and he like went with a blower after he bagged, and then what didn't get caught with a blower, he went with a broom. I mean, just like that. I mean, stories will be written about this person in books. I mean, he was that good. Anyway, he was back. I mean, I'm just saying. I had to tip him again. Just amazing. Okay, speaking of tips, loan modification, how's that going to go? The Eight of Cups doesn't really look that good. Got a couple of eights here, sort of reaching into that. Strength, there you go. The Virgo Lawn Guy. I mean, books will be written about this man. I'm just telling you now. The Six of Swords, going from a place that's not so good to a place that's a little bit better. And then the Ace of Cups. That's such a weird combo. Jocelyn, that is such a weird combo, isn't it? Wolf, what is going on? Good to see you. The Six of Swords says we're moving into a superior place, moving into a better place. But the 6 into the 8 means there are choices within this. We have a difference of 2. I mean, you watched my video about the differences between the 2 cards. The 6 of Swords into the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups talking about a bit of an abandonment. I think you have a couple of choices, by the way, from the 2 difference. I think the choices lead you to abandon one type of option that you have. So in other words, you may have a couple of options here, one of which you definitely need to abandon or cut bait with. Not going to be the best for you. The other one is going to be a little bit better, right? The 8 of Swords, it leads to less of a restriction. It leads to more of where you want to go with this. So I do think that you have a final outcome of a couple of choices to make. one of which is going to be obviously bad, another which is going to bring about some changes, bring about some opportunities for you, which is going to be good as well. Strength sort of says you get what you want, right? That's one of my empowerment cards. You sort of get where you want to go. You get part of that aspect in there, and I think that is something that you want to hang on to. So I think overall it is looking very good. It is looking very good as far as that's concerned. So there we go. All right, there's your loan modification. All right, Dallas, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Okay, will my sister and I ever speak outside of a funeral? Oh my. Rough start with the family, it sounds like. Rough start with the family, it sounds like. Will you let me copy this, Mr. Computer? That would be fantastic if you let me copy it. That'd be great. Okay, thank you, computer. All right, let's see, Dallas. Let's find out about the sister there. Philippe, what is going on? It's good to see you. All right, he's a Virgo and OCD makes him good at it. Indeed, the sunshiny day. What is up? I think so. I think, being a Virgo gives you a lot of bonuses in life. I'm just telling you now, being a Virgo gets you where you want to be. It gets you where you want to be. You're kind of OCD on the way there, but it does get you where you want to be. Like on the Light Seers Tarot, for example. We need to sort of do that. Lady, good evening. What is going on? How are you doing? And Philippe is here. We got the whole gang. Got the whole gang tonight. Everybody is here checking it out. By the way, I got the Waterfall Tarot prototype. So it's the first 50 cards. I got it. And it looks exactly like I wanted it to look, which is all right. I think we got a couple of tweaks to make. Need to bump up the whites, make sure that that's a printer thing and not my thing. So, but other than that, and I believe I had the same problem with my prototype of the Echoes of Nature. So pretty sure it's the printer. If that's the case, then I'm pretty pleased with it then. Okay, let's check it out and look for the sister and I are going to speak. The Queen of Wands, the CEO, the multitasker. The Queen of Wands is pretty good with situations like this. The Queen of Wands is going to get the situation. She's going to understand that there are some conflicts, that there are a bit of a conflicts with that, okay? And the Queen of Swords is not the best ending. We got a couple of personalities here. We got 3 personalities and a 10 of Swords. All right, the Queen of Swords is the multitasker. Again, that's the CEO. She's very, very good at multitasking, understands situations, is able to handle something like this to where it's a little awkward, right? The Page of Cups brings messages about emotions, brings messages, brings new things, sort of this neophyte almost with that. And because that's reversed, I'm really leaning towards that they don't really want to talk. They don't really want to talk. They're not in a state that they want to talk. They're not in a state where they want to communicate. Sean, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. What is going on? Thank you for your donation. We'll get to your reading in just a minute. Jyoti, hello. What is up? But the Page of Cups says they're not ready emotionally right now. Not ready emotionally right now. Not the time. Definitely not in a comfortable place with that, right? The 10 of Swords reversed says that eventually they will bury the hatchet, right? Not right now. This is not a good time. The 10 of Swords, they're recovering from that. They want to process some things. They want to get through some things in their own life before they're going to be comfortable with going into that space with you. The Queen of Swords says you're going to get a poor reception for a while. You're not going to get a great reception right now. Definitely, maybe later you could be, but the Queen of Swords is Corella DeVille, from my videos. And this it's a bad card. This is a terrible card. Queen of Swords is just a bad, bad card. Anyway, yeah, take your time. Let them heal. Let them get the 10 of Swords out of their back. Let them heal. And then reapproach them. I think it'll be better. But obviously, from everything, communication is bad. You're going to get a terrible reception. But they are the reviving point, the good news, the sunshine within here is the Queen of Swords is an extremely intelligent woman. She understands the awkwardness that's here. She understands that you're family. She understands this. It's not like that she's oblivious to it and she wrote you off or she disowned you. Or no. She understands the situation. And once she heals, she's going to be better at processing this. But right now, obviously, not so much. Not so much. But the Queen of Swords is the shining light in there. It really is. It really is. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but, you know. The Queen of Swords, Corella DeVille, doesn't seem like the shining light. I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords doesn't seem like the shining light, considering the Queen of Swords is in the back, but there you go. All right. Shan or Sean, not sure which. Let me know. It could be either one. Shan or Sean. How does SB feel about me after sending him the text? Ooh, this calls for the love screen. This calls for the love screen. This calls for, I want to get it out right now. We need to throw down the love screen and get some love screen action here, because, you know, love is important. Love is in the air, and you gotta have that. You gotta have the love screen. I'm just saying. Okay, K Love, should I meet up with Jay? Jay is in chat. K Love, I have good news. Jay is in chat. Jay, you still here? Jay, do you know K Love? You know, that'd be kind of awkward, but Jay, I'm just asking. Jay is actually in chat. Luthien, what's going on? Luthien, I got your message. I got your message, Luthien, and I sent you a reply because I updated the card. I updated the card to look a little better. To look a little bit. Luthien, speaking of looking a little better, I got the Waterfall Tarot prototype. So it's the first 50 cards. I just did a video on it. So if you're interested in seeing it, it's there. It's there. You get to see all that stuff. See, look, Jay is in chat. Who was asking about Jay? I mean, see, K-Love, it's a match made in heaven. Right here. Right here. We have a match. Perfect match. Paula, speaking of perfect, what is going on, Paula? So, Shan wants to know, how does SB feel about me? The Chariot Empress and the Tower. What did you send? Shan, what did you send that made this much of an impact? We got tons and tons of majors. This is very interesting. The Seven of Wands says they didn't take it very well to begin with. They sort of didn't take it very well. They took it a bit back and forth. They're not really sure how to process it. Not really sure how to process it at the moment. You know, what are we going to do? Is there something that I need? Is there something that I need to do here? Is there something that I need to say that's proper? Malika, hello. What is going on? Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. But they're not sure how to process what you said. A bit defensive. The Seven of Wands is the legendary defense card. A bit defensive about that. So you want to sort of look at that. The Chariot says they want to proceed. They do want to proceed. This is something where they need to do it in order to understand it. So they're sort of an action person, right? They needed an action. They want to, you know how some people work, right? Some people work like this. They want to get their hands in it and dig around in it. They want to get their hands in it and dig around in it in order for that to process. So I think once they do that, then that's going to be a little bit better. Hey, Tiger's Abyss. Zach, how are you doing? Zach, we got the Waterfall Tarot, Zach. We got the Waterfall Tarot prototype. Anyway, but the Chariot says that they sort of want to move forward with what you had mentioned, The Tower says that overall, maybe something is not really going to work out long term. We may have some problems long term for everything working out. Some problems with the Tower sort of collapsing, just corrupting the entire situation. Things fall, going to have to be rebuilt. Overall, there's not going to be a good solution to it in the long run. Midterm is the Empress with the Chariot. They seem to want to maybe take some action, and part of that action is going to be with you, or part of that action could possibly be with you. So a lot of different things. Overall, it's not going to work out. Overall, you're going to have some problems with it working out. You're going to have some problems going hard, going strong in there. is going to be difficult. But whatever you did made an impact. You can't throw down that many majors without understanding that whatever you did say, whatever did happen, whatever is going on, made an impact. It didn't. It just made an impact. There you go. Nice. You got plans for another deck. I never want to do another tarot deck in my life. I will. I want to do a Thoth. I want to do a Thoth with oil paint in very large format. And I mean a true Thoth. That makes an impact. That just goes, whoa, what is that? And it could take 2 years to make, but there you go. All right. Anything fun coming up? There we go. Let's see. Let's get off the love screen. First off, go back to the regular screen and see what's going on. And see what is going on. All right. What am I doing? Let's go to the tower. Well, what is it going to be a good one? Something fun coming up. There we go. The Hermetic Tarot. By the way, since Zach is here, I mean, I never wanted to get the Hermetic Tarot until Zach just started mentioning it. And Zach was like, I think, Zach, you told me, like, just get it. Like, don't even hesitate, just get it. Or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, or you mentioned it, and I was like, there's no way I want that. Then you mentioned it again. I don't know. Something happened anyway. Ended up with this and a bunch of other decks. Anyway, Zach should start the tarot news. Zach's knowledge of tarot just eclipses me by like 1,000. So Zach can see a deck of cards and he'll immediately compare it to like 4 other decks just like that, just from memory. He'll compare it with like a dozen other decks just from memory. And he'll be like, okay, well, that looks brighter than this other one. It looks similar to these other 4 and all of this other stuff. And you're just like, how do you remember that? Anyway, so Zach would be the ultimate tarot news. If Zach ever starts doing tarot news, I mean, you should make that the thing that you do that day. I mean, this should be the feature of your day, is to go watch that. All right. Anyway, enough of that. More in Family Tree, boo-boos. Anything fun coming up for me? Let's see about that. The Lord of Pleasure, the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups does look pretty good for anything fun coming up. 6 of Swords, a couple of 6s here. Sort of really leaning on trying to get out of your comfort zone here. Trying to get in a place where things are more not predictable. I think you've been stuck in a variety of things for a while, and you really need to sort of get out of there, right? It's almost like you've been in a cocoon. You know what I mean? Start making tarot. I mean, I'm telling you, Zach, that the microphone, by the way, that I have, that HyperX, that works really well. Anyway, yeah, the 6 of Cups says that it's time to get out of your comfort zone, do something fun, go actually take the reins and get out and do that fun thing, the Lord of Pleasure, right? Because part of that, again, you've been in the COVID cocoon, haven't had a lot of freedom, haven't had a lot of opportunity for things as well. You've been missing friends. It's time to get back in contact. With those friends. It's going to be important to you to keep up with the friends, to go out with the friends, and to do some fun things, and to get and revive that if that's sort of struggling as well. That's going to be one of the big things as well. Princess of Pentacles points to, not being having too many expectations as we go forth. Don't have too many expectations about how things are going to go around, because I don't think that they're going to work out as far as that concerns, as far as all the time per se kind of thing. But the 6 of Swords, DYB, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. 6 of Swords does say again that it is about science. It is about doing things that you have naturally wanted to do and you have put them off. Doing things that you maybe bought some supplies for, maybe some fun art stuff. You bought some supplies for some fun other hobbies. It's time to break those out and actually get into that. Learn something new. Get out and get something different in your life and get that variety that you absolutely need. And I think that's going to be one of the pentacles for you there. Karen, welcome back. What is going on? It is good to see you as well. Mary, welcome back. Catherine, may I ask a question, please? Throw it out there, Catherine. I got a lot of cue, Catherine, but if I got time, I will leap into that good stuff. Malika, how do I pronounce that? Let me know. Okay, we're going to expect in the near future. Let's check that out. Welcome to the channel, by the way. If you have not been here before, I have 750 videos to choose from. That's a lot of videos. That is a lot of videos. So we got all sorts of videos for just literally about everything. All right, let's check it out with the This Might Hurt Tarot. See what is going to happen with all of that. Malika, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Which week will my great grant writer Mrs. King email with good news? There we go. Which week? You mean which week in July, or just like how many weeks away? DYB, let me know. Let me know, DYB. You talking about how many weeks away, or like some week numbered in July or August, or like what's going on? Anyway, let me know what you need, and we'll get it hooked up with the Queen of Wands. The CEO can't hide. The CEO is here. She is not going away either. She can't hide. She's up front with the Emperor and the Magician as well. Raina, thank you for your very generous donation. Raina, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Raina. Raina's amazing. All right. Let's see. The Emperor with that. What is happening with the near future? So the cards are sort of saying that it's time to not let other people control some aspects of your life. In other words, if you see something, Sally, thank you for joining the Patreon. That's so cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sally, we have drawing videos on there. I have drawing videos where I teach you how to draw pets, and you can sell them and you can make them and stuff like that. I go step by step on how to draw those pets. And yeah, you can post them on your local Facebook groups and make some pretty good cash. It's time to take control over some things that other people have sort of done for you, or it's time to look at what is in my life that I need to control versus what other people controls, because this is sort of saying the Emperor and the Magician combo, that you can do things better than other people, especially when it comes to your life, especially when it comes to organization. I think that you have abilities that other people don't have. It's time to take the reins on some of that, and be able to get some aspects of your life in control and under the rules that you want them in, instead of other people doing that as well. So sort of take that, right? The Magician says that you have the competency and the expertise to do this. And again, there's some parts of your life that obviously you're not in control of. Other people have sort of taken control. It's time to grab that back with the Emperor. The Emperor is also a very powerful card as well. It is time to sort of find your natural abilities, your natural power. What are you really good at? What are you strong at? How can you use that in your life to better yourself or to make your situations better and all of this other stuff, right? The Emperor and the Magician says it's time to grab all that stuff and to do the things that you need to do. The Knight of Cups reversed. What a weird one. The Knight of Cups is Don Juan. It's like literally Don Juan, right? It's time to watch the romances. Be wary of some of the romances that you have in your life right now, or the sort of coming up. Don't need to jump into every one of those. You don't need to get serious with every one of those. Take it easy on the romance. Focus on other things in your life for a little bit. The Knight of Cups, Don Juan being reversed, says watch the romances. Don't let yourself get too caught up into those. Maybe you got the rose-colored glasses on where everything looks great, but you take it easy on that. The Queen of Wands says multitask it. The Queen of Wands, by the way, Malika, I have a video on all the court cards. The Queen of Wands is the CEO. Again, I mean, the whole thing is about your empowerment, your abilities, finding what's good for you and doing what is right for you and good for you. You have those abilities. The whole thing is out there. But the Queen of Wands says multitasking is going to be one of your big fortes where you can lean on and you can use that to better yourself in a variety of different ways. Anyway, a long reading, I know, but Malika, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that and hanging out with us over here on the Tarot Oracle thing. All right, Charm is next. General, not corporal, not lieutenant, but general. What's a good general deck? Oh, the Anna-Kate. Anna-Kate never disappoints. Anna-Kate never, ever disappoints. I guess if you're starving to death and you need something to eat, it probably wouldn't be the best thing to have. It wouldn't be the best thing. My name is Tarot Oracle. There you go. Someone is under Tarot Oracle. I'm just going to stay clicking on the wrong. Make sure you type the Tarot. Yeah, the Tarot Oracle. You know it's me when you see, when you see the, when you see this, when you see my tarot all over the place. You know you got the right one. Somebody else had Tarot Oracle. It's because I was late getting on all the social media. I was late getting on the social medias. I'm lazy. All of you know I'm lazy. I'm going to be lazy. I'm not on TikTok. I'm sure there's a Tarot Oracle on TikTok. I'm lazy. Okay. Let's see. General reading. The Four of Swords says it's time to back away. It's time to back away and take a break from a lot of different things that you have going on. You don't need to be up front and in charge of everything. You don't need to do everything. You don't need to constantly have things going on. You don't need to take up as many tasks as you have. It's time to sort of take a break with the Four of Swords. The devil reversed into the night. You're sort of being lured into some situations where it's not going to be advantageous to you. Renee, what is going on? Good to see you. Renee, look what we got. Renee, we got a prototype. Okay. Look at situations and be wary of what other people try to drag you into, because that may not be advantageous for you at all. The devil and the knight. Now, the Knight of Swords is all about rushing into a situation without any regards for the outcome, right? So you have this beautiful situation and you just leap in. You're like, I'm going to wing it. Let's wing it. Let's go for it. When it's reversed, let's not do that. Let's not wing it. Let's not go for it. Let's not launch into something. Let's not launch into something that could be disadvantageous for us, especially around the devil. Again, the devil could say that other people are trying to drag you into those situations instead of you doing the leaping. So watch what you get caught up into. Watch what you get talked into. May not be the best things as well. The Eight of Swords being that restriction, but looking into the mirror. It's almost like you are restricted. You're a bit restricted in some aspect as well. You can't be your full self right now. That could be part of what the Four of Swords is saying about taking the break, because you're sort of restricted, because you can't get the things done that you need, because you're sort of leaping, maybe not getting dragged into stuff. Look at the restrictions that you have on you and figure out how you can navigate around those or reduce those. And don't let those drag you down. Don't let those be too restricting. Obviously, everyone has restrictions on what you can do, but work your way around it so you can be the better self that you can be, even within the context of those particular restrictions. Anyway, there you go. That's what it says. That's what the general reading has for you. That is what the general reading has for you. All right. My daughter get the apartment. Yes or no question. Sunshiny Day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Sunshiny Day. Will my daughter get the apartment? See, the software that I'm using installed an update, and the update made the typing actually half decent. It's a miracle of modern science. It's a miracle. It's a miracle that I can actually type again. Oh, she stayed at home. A lot of boo-boos. See, Maj has 2 questions. Thanks, you're welcome. Yeah, sunshiny day. Let's check it out. Will daughter get the apartment? I'm looking for the 4 of Wands. I'm looking for the Hermit. I'm looking for the Chariot where we're moving. I'm looking for a 10. I'm looking for something. I'm not looking for the Tower. Not looking for the Star. What the world is going on here for this simple yes or no question? We got a mess. We got a mess. The King of Wheels and the Page of Swords, not able to get something. Not able to get something. The Tower, it falls. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Zach, if you do live readings, I'm there. Unless you do it like 2 a.m., you know, I'm way too lazy to stay up past like 10. I think 10's like my outer limit, more like 9, sometimes 8. You never know. I am old. Okay. The King of Wheels says that it's almost like we can't get everything in order. We can't get everything in order. We can't hit what we need to hit. As far as that is concerned, we're not making that impression. We're not making the good stuff. We're not getting in there. We need to get in there. We're not getting in there. The Tower, it collapses. Things aren't going well. Things are being challenged. The Star, though, I think that you have guidance to something else. I think you have guidance to maybe another apartment. I think you have guidance to something else. Maybe they say you can't get this apartment. Oh, by the way, this one just opened up right next door. Or something like that, right? Right next door, something like that. It seems like that. The Star is all about the North Star, obviously. You have guidance. You see a star, you follow it, you know the way. You're going to be guided to part two. So maybe no, but part 2 is coming up. I think that's looking good for you. The Page of Swords, though, says you're going to have to adjust. You're not going to want to. Michelle, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You're not going to want to because you may be stuck on the apartment that you want. May be stuck. Raina, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate it. Question for Mary. Okay, well, cool. Mary, what is your question? What he wants me to do, wait or move on? All right, Mary, I got your question. I got your question. We got you covered, Mary. Thanks to Raina. Raina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Raina's amazing. But right now we have DYB, and DYB wants to know something. How many? Okay, so DYB, I asked DYB what weeks. DYB said all caps. The part I know, DYB wants to know my name. Raina, okay, cool. DYB says something. DYB wants to know how many weeks, right? DYB, was it how many weeks? I'm looking. I think you want to know how many weeks. Okay, let's find out. DYB, how many weeks? How many weeks will it be? Wolf, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. See you next time. Okay, for this, we're going to use one of my faves. The Playful Heart Tarot. The Playful Heart Tarot. Yeah, Mary's getting all teary-eyed. How many weeks away? There you go. How many weeks away? Actually, all right, screw this. We're going to use the Echoes of Failure. Whoa. I mean, Echoes of Nature. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm kind of burned out on the Echoes of Nature course. I'm just saying. Let's do it. This is where we need to be. With the Echoes of Nature. I'm just saying. We'll get the Echoes of Nature. We'll get a number on literally how many weeks that we have going on. Innocence. Very cool. We got that Neptune feel. I mean, sure. We can go with the Neptune feel. That's fine with me. All right, a 2 and a 5. Say 5 weeks. I think it is going to be 5 weeks. That's what I think. I think Innocence says that there are some other factors involved. This is something where it needs to hop a couple of different places. But in the end, I think it is 5 weeks. There you go. 5 weeks. That would be my final answer. Eve, am I late? Eve, you're right on time. Eve, we were waiting for you. We can't start the stream without Eve being in the stream. All right. Michelle wants to know. I'm a Taurus dealing with the Scorpio. Continue or move on with the Taurus dealing with the Scorpio. Ooh, that is a tricky one, isn't it? Scorpio, leave or stay. Pretty simple. Leave or stay. We'll have a throwdown. We'll have the Thoth throwdown. It is the Thoth throwdown. Leave. Leave is going to be on the left. Leave, L for left, L for leave. And stay is going to be on the right. It's going to be on the right. There we go. We got a Thoth throwdown. What are the benefits of staying versus leaving? Leave on the left. And what happened to my cards? I got damaged cards for something. Not say. Jay says yes to Scorpios. So is that like a global thing? So Jay, like a random Scorpio just comes in? Like a random Scorpio rolls up and Jay's like, okay. Like, what's going on? Jay, what's going on? Jay, you know, you got to let us know, Jay. You got to let us know, Jay. All right. Leave for left, stay for right. Leaving. Is leaving a good option? Is leaving a good option? All right. It's pretty clear that this person is not quite ready to give up. They're not quite ready to give up. Renee did a throwdown. There you go. Renee did a throwdown. They're not quite ready to give up. The Tower reversed. If you leave, it's almost like the situation doesn't change. It's almost like that you get back. You get back. You return to the situation like it's unavoidable. It's like something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be changed. And you're not quite acknowledging that. You're thinking, I can circumvent the process by just bailing, but it seems like that you end up with them again. You end up with them again. You can't circumvent what's there, right? Now, this card is the Three of Pentacles. It's the reward you receive after doing work. The reward you receive after doing work. And again, you're trying to skip out on the work. You really don't want that. You really don't want that. Maybe you've already put in the work, but have you put in the work the proper way? Have you put in the work in diligently? Have you made that understanding? Because it's all about getting balance or getting things in balance as far as leaving is concerned. So it's basically saying, give it one more try. Give it one more shot. And not like you think, though. Not like you think. You need to back up. Figure out what is the root cause. What is the root cause of this situation? And try to deal with it. That one last Hail Mary at the final 9 seconds of the ball game is where you're going. And if you can get it there, that's fine. But you're not looking at the root cause. You're looking somewhere else. All right, staying. It's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pleasant. Domain says that you have more control over the situation than you think. It's not like that you're completely helpless here. You have control over a lot of different things. How are you using that control? Strength says, now, universally strength. All right, let's go to the strength card in the Waterfall Tarot prototype. Let's go to strength says, and if you look at the traditional, it's going to be the last card, isn't it? Why did they do this to me? Why did they do this to me? Strength says that we're calming the beast. We're calming the beast and we're dealing with this, but you sort of see strength. We have some control here. We have a level of control that talks about that with dominion, right? A level of control with dominion. But we need to sort of tame that and understand that our power could be what ends up fixing the situation if you want it to go there. Anyway, I'm just saying that's a nice look at there. Okay. But yeah, domain and strength say that you have more power than you realize. Use it. Find the root cause. I don't see any benefits to leaving. I don't see any need to leave. But yeah, okay. Anyway, but ultimately, this is for entertainment purposes only. Never make decisions based upon a fat man reading your tarot cards on the internet. Okay, Mary M. Speaking of moving on, what he wants me to do, wait or move on. You know, I'm not going to do another throwdown. I will, however, reach for the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot, I need to add it to my little screenshots, but I'm so lazy. And I got burned today. I posted the world and everybody complained. I got so many complaints. I got 2 people emailed me. They're like, I don't want to be rude, but that card sucks. I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, I went back into Photoshop and I fixed it a little bit and I made it look better. Don't panic. Raina's funding the reads tonight. Raina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Again, I appreciate you. Amazing as always. All right. So what are we doing here? Do we move on? Do we stay or do we go now? The Tower and the Hermit. Time to go. It's time to go. The song has ended. It's time to leave. You gotta go. This looks terrible. There's your reading. I mean, you know. 5 weeks. Indeed. DYB, 5 weeks. Yeah, it's time to go. What he wants me to do, to wait or move on. Mary. The Knight of Cups says that they're trying to get you to stay. Is that going to be good for you, though? Is that going to be good for you? Is this going to be a situation? We need to do what's best for Mary. Sally, it's the terrible singing. We need to do what's best for Mary, not for anybody else. Okay? At the end of the day, if you're miserable, but everybody else is happy, you're still miserable. So you got to do what's good for Mary. The Nine of Cups says they want you to stay. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never make a relationship decision based upon a fat man on the YouTube reading tarot. Okay. The Knight of Swords says that they want you to stay, but the Tower says that's going to be a situation where things crumble down even harder than they are now. The Knight of Swords says now you're in a situation where you decided to stay, you made a commitment, now you're stuck with it. Now you're stuck, and now you feel bad. The Nine of Swords are nightmares, you know. In my deck, the Nine of Swords has this creepy, eerie face looking at you, you know. And you're going to feel like that. The Hermit says you're better off on your own. You're better off on your own. So many good songs with that. Better off on your own. I need some music on this channel. It's all copyrighted, though. I get copyright strike within like 5 seconds. But okay. All right. Lady has a question from Raina. Well, thank you, Raina. I appreciate that. Lady, what is your question? Lady, let's throw it down. Lady. Let's find Lady's question. Stuck and confused. Mary, you got to bail. Anyway. Okay. I'm still looking for Lady. What was Lady's question? Does anybody remember? Does anybody have Lady's question? Clementine, my name means. Okay. Clementine, only queens do that. Something. Stuck and confused. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for Lady's question, Lady, please pick me. I did pick. No, Raina picked you, Lady. And what's your question? Let me know. Let me know. And until then, we can look at the Waterfall Tarot. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. Did I make the best decision for myself? Let's see. Sandy, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate that. All right, Lady, did I make the best decision? Let's see. Did I make the best decision? Raina, I love your name so pretty. Indeed. Raina's got it going on. All right, let's use the Revival Art Tarot and try that out. Oh my God, one of my favorite decks of all time. I'm just saying. One of my favorite decks of all time. I bought an instructional video that shows me how to paint a Waterhouse painting. I gotta say, I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped. If I can do that painting, my life will be complete. Like, my life will be complete. This is all a really... Raina, thank you for your donation. Reading for Clementine. Clementine, what is your question? Did Clementine already? All right. Clementine, what is your question? Let me know. Let me know. Question, thanks to you both. Yeah, Rain is amazing. All right. Did you make the best decision for yourself? Do we get a water house? Do we get a water house or not? What is going to happen? Got the devil reverse. The devil reverse seems to be here. Temperance is always in a read. You can't have a read without temperance. The Queen of Swords says you were forced into this situation almost. You were kind of forced into it a bit. Into it a little bit. You were forced. I mean, it's almost like you didn't have much choice. The Queen of Swords is Corella DeVille. Next to the devil says it's almost like that you got into the situation involuntarily, or you had to make the decision involuntarily. Something you didn't want to deal with, something you didn't want to sort of move into, but it was sort of, you had to make that decision as well. Now you're sort of stuck with it. The Four of Swords says that you definitely one of those decisions where you may lose some sleep. You may lose some sleep over it. You sort of need to fix that type thing. The Four of Swords says that you may have to backtrack a little bit. I think you will be forced to backtrack a little bit on that decision. In other words, that may not be permanent, right? It may not be permanent. So, I mean, there you go. Temperance as the last card reversed is a really sort of awkward situation as well. Temperance says overall, you're gonna, I mean, it points me back to backing out of the situation. I don't think you're going to be in that situation long. I think that you're going to end up getting into something different. I think you end up reversing your decision, but not reversing it into your decision wasn't like A and B. Your decision was more complex. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to reverse your original decision and alter the deal. And that is going to be the final decision. But again, I think you're going to alter the deal. I think the deal as is, the deal that was thrown down, is not going to be the one that you're going to stick with. The devil reverse sort of points to that, because it's almost like that you were either rushed or you either had some help making that decision, and in the end, you're not going to stick with it and you're going to make a different decision. What's coming up for me that I need to know about? By the way, Clementine said thank you. Clementine says, oh, so sweet. Clementine, what is your question, though? I'm confused. I hope you answer me. What is a Clementine? Okay, there we go. All right. Clementine, how does A feel, please? Okay, we'll check that out. I got your question now. All right. Kosh, hello. What's going on? What's coming from me that I need to know about? Sandy A, S-A. See if we got some love. See if we got some jobs. What's coming up? What's coming up? Let's find out about that. All right. The strong space. Okay, Clementine's got more. There you go. Clementine and New. Are they still locked down in New York? Are they free? Are you free to roam? Are you free to dance in the fields in New York right now? Or like, what's the status? What's the status on all of that stuff? All right. Clementine, I got you. Thank you so much. Okay. But for now, let's go with Sandy. What's coming up for me that I need to know about? That you need to know about? Maybe love? I don't know. I'm not getting much. Let's see what the cards say. Let's see what the cards say. Good news. I hope it is good news. I hope it's not something horrible followed by something horrible. Judgment. The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven. Another Seven of Magician. All right. Let's see what is coming up. Judgment says that it's time to reboot. It's time to reboot. It's time. You're going to get into a period of time where it feels like everything is restarting. Everything is starting over. Everything is rebooting. You're having opportunities come up. that you haven't had before. You're having things come up that you haven't encountered before. You're going to have some unusual circumstances that sort of pop up. Judgment is sort of like that, where things get reborn, things get rebirthed, things move up. Now, that starts a series of events that is sort of a long-term change of plans for you. The Seven of Pentacles is about sort of planting it, waiting, and the stability from that, and the advantage of having some good stuff from what you did today, later. And that's sort of where judgment comes in. We have these multiple opportunities. We have this reboot coming. And from that reboot, again, says that this is something where it gives you more long-term success. It gives you some good stuff as you get into the reboot. But again, we have some major changes coming up. Judgment is always sort of the major change kind of card, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. It's going to work out well for you. The Seven of Cups says you're almost forced into a situation where you don't want to be there from this. In other words, you have an opportunity. You're like, sure, I want to take it. I want to leap into it. I want to jump into all of that good stuff. Delilah, what is going on? But Seven of Cups says you don't have a lot of choices with that. It's almost like it's predetermined. Someone else has you in mind. The Magician overall, I would say once this event happens, and you get that reboot, you move into 2.0 feel, right? The Magician says this is literally your opportunity to excel in whatever you want to. It's like the world opens up to you. And if you want to get into some hobby, if you want to get into some work training, if you want to get into something that you haven't gotten into before, this is your time. That reboot means this is your time. It opens up possibilities that you didn't have before. And if you want to focus on something, you'll develop very rapidly with that skill. So definitely leap into that skill and leap into that and have fun with all that. I think it's going to work out for you. Raina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate another donation for Delilah. What does Delilah want to know? Let me know. Thank you. I appreciate that. And welcome, Delilah. What is up? I think Delilah had July 24th or July 26th in the Shea Queen baby pool. I forgot which one. Which one, Delilah? Were you the 24th or the 26th? Let me know in the baby pool. All right. Okay. Okay, how does my ex feel about me? What are those strong feelings? Did he love me? How did he see me? Okay. Let's see about that. Oh, what does the X think? I think we could use the Star Tarot. I love the Star Tarot. Star Tarot is one of my favorites. I'm just saying, one of my favorites, that 2.0. That 2.0. The 24th, there it is. The 24th, Delilah had the 24th. Whoa. I need to write these dates down in the baby pool because I got August 4th, and I think I'm going to nail it. I think I'm going to nail it to the day. To the day. Like August 4th, she's going to the hospital, and she's like, oh my God, that tarot oracle was dead on. Was dead on. Make them see it more. Frosted, it might. It might, Frosted. You never know. Frosted, you know I'm stupid. You never know. You never know. Okay. Let's see. How does the X feel? The Prince of Swords not looking good. The Hierophant, the Six of Swords. They don't want another shot. The due date was the 8th. I know, but I said the 4th. I mean, I'm just saying. The Hierophant says that they don't really want a second shot. They don't really want a second shot at it. The Prince of Swords says that it really sort of did crumble down. The Six of Swords says they want something better. They want something different. They want something different. What you had was okay. What you had was pretty good, but it ran its course. It ran its course. If you're trying to reboot, if you're trying to get it done, if you're trying to reboot that thing, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems overall. You're going to have some problems overall. It's not rebootable. It ran its course. You had fun when it was, and everything was okay. But the Six of Swords says it's time to move on. It's time for them to move on. Not really going to be advantageous for you to do that kind of thing. The Prince of Swords doesn't bode well after the Hierophant. I mean, it just means that it ran its course. It kind of crumbled out. The Four of Pentacles, we tried to hold on like as long as we could. And again, you're just not in a situation where it's going to work out long term for you. So yeah. Oh, I mean, you did have something. You did have something. But again, it ran its course. It's done. Everybody has to move on. But yeah, I mean, there's that. They did have feelings for you. You did have something. But again, everything eventually comes to an end. And that definitely came to an end. All right, Delilah, what was your question? What was your question? Let me know, Delilah. Let me know. I don't really like LOL, Mary. I don't see it. Anyway, we'll wait for Delilah's question. And while we do, we'll go look at my videos and see what anybody thinks of the waterfall prototype. There you go. 8 likes. There you go. What's the comments on it? So much. Can't wait to hold them myself. Okay, cool. Anyway. I don't see a question for Delilah. Let me know what your question is. Do you still use the Druid craft? Indeed. I love it. I love it. Delilah still wants to know about some love action. And that'll be our final reading for tonight. Some love action. I misspelled action. Some love action. What is coming up? All right. What is a good one for love action? Oh, so many love cards in here. Pre-Raphaelite. I was actually studying the pre-Raphaelite style, which tells you how bored I am in my life. I was studying the pre-Raphaelite style, and I did not know. Darcy, thank you for your comment. Appreciate it. I did not know that yes, Clementine, they loved you. I did not know that they started on a pure white canvas. They did not tone their canvas, which strikes me as so weird considering the time. I thought that was fascinating. I did. That's fascinating. What is coming from me in love? Well, I mean, okay, we're getting a bit defensive on that. What kind of judgment? Okay. I do think that you have an opportunity coming up. It's going to be something where it's more emotional than anything else. It's kind of awkward physically, but it's good emotionally. And this is something that you sort of get into. You have sort of an opportunity with an emotional type thing. I don't think it's a soulmate or anything. I just think it's somebody that you really connect emotionally to. And you really sort of get excited about something where, you sort of want to leap into that. It doesn't quite work out long term. It sort of fizzles out eventually, but, something where you can get into it, but they have a bit of a couple of problems. And I think that sort of overwhelms the relationship. I don't think it's actually a relationship. It's just so unusual. Anyway, but the Fool says, let's go into it. The Fool is all about, let's go on an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on an adventure. Screw it. Let's take off onto this adventure and find out how it's going to go. The Fool says, let's do it. Again, I don't think it's something long-term. I don't think it's something that it just sort of crumbles. It doesn't really have that foundation. It's more of a big emotional feel. It's sort of a big emotional boost. But again, it doesn't work out long-term. I don't think over a long period of time, it's not going to be there at all. It sort of just crumbles out. But something fun, something interesting, something very short. But yeah, there you go. Pre-Raphaelite. Pick me, baby, one more. I guess so. one of those where we're you know, gonna whoop them for. I mean, you know, there you go. All right. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm back tomorrow morning in 11 hours. I'm right here. So join me then, won't you? Until then, we'll see you next time.